Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. Hello and Happy New Year! This is a pre-recorded video that will be on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Memory Inkers, and my YouTube channel, same name, Memory Inkers, or Carrie Beglow. I think they both find me. Anyhow, I know I have been sending you guys little hints on my Facebook page. What am I doing now? Well, today I'm going to tell you. And I will tell you I'm not 100% done, but I have been organizing. Some of you guessed that, but there's a different reasoning behind it for me as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, which I have not quit. So, I have not. I know, I'm sorry, Shelley Gardner. I know you don't like when I say this, but I am convinced that there is crack in the ink because I am so addicted. And I know some of you can relate to that, just as crafting in general is highly addictive. So anyway, I hope you're seeing my face. I can't tell because my phone is flipped, because I'm going to turn it around in a second to walk you guys through everything. But I want to start out, so hang in there because you're going to see a lot of stuff. But I want to start out by saying my reasoning behind my new organization. Y'all know that the last at least 5 years have been very difficult for our family with my daughter's health and other issues. And then this last year, with my heart surgery and Brittany's passing and all that entailed, it was a lot. It was a lot. And because of that, I know that I have not been the world's greatest Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I know that. It was not a priority. And I'm sure you guys understand that I don't think there's anybody out there who blames me for the fact that I put family and emotions above Stampin' Up! And my crafting. So because of that, I am also aware that many of my longtime customers that I've had for decades have found other demonstrators who have been consistent and are doing more than I am. And I'm okay with that. I'm not upset with you. I would have done the exact same thing, because y'all can't sit around waiting for old Mopey Carrie to give you something you want. But I also want to say right now that I'm not quitting. So for those of you who have, sorry, I got to switch arms. Those of you who have blessed me with orders over the last, especially this last year, thank you so much. I am, like I said, still a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, memoryinkers.com. And I appreciate, I really appreciate your business. Now, you saw me sorting stuff, and most of you were right. Like I said, I am organizing because I am going to use what I've got. I'm not saying I'm never going to buy Stampin' Up! Because that would be, my nose would grow 8,000 feet. Because I love it and I have FOMO, and I will be buying new products and sharing. I have some for the catalog that's coming out for you guys in a couple of days. So you will see me doing Stampin' Up! And new stuff will stay as new stuff. So I'll be able to tell you. After it's retired, it will get chopped up and put into its little locations, which I'm going to show you that now. Okay. That was a lot, right? Boy, I can talk. All right. Now, I'm going to put my hand in front of the camera and I'm going to flip you around and start showing you around to what I have been doing. Okay, so this is what got me started, honestly, is my pen and marker. Look at this. It's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, just seriously, I can just stare at this all day. But this right here, you can see, is all of my blends markers. These are my current, the Stampin' Up! Colors. Over here, where are they? Up there, right there. Those are the in color markers. And then markers that I've just had Most of what you're seeing here, all of this, is all Bible journaling markers. And well, these are Stampin' Up! Watercolor pencils and the Crayola Twistables, which are great for your scriptures, by the way, because they don't bleed through. Most of these are not supposed to bleed through. Some of them still do if you are using a Bible that's like mine here, which is actual Bible paper, this really thin Bible paper. But I know some of you have gotten some of the books like that are thicker. Anyway, so don't use the darker ones, or do a test page on the back of your scriptures. I think I showed you guys that before. Anyway, I'm so excited. I was doing this video and I was going to show you guys something. And I've been thinking, oh man, I need some new pumpkin pie markers for my blends. And I had them. So excited about that. I should have put them back and recreated my enthusiasm. But anyway, so all of my markers and colors are over here. My ink pads are still here in this old caddy, which works fab. So I didn't get rid of it. Over here is miscellaneous stuff. Some more markers. This is where my blends, you can see my blends markers. Sorry, my medications destroyed my nails, so I apologize for that. My other scriptures up here. And then miscellaneous stuff. All that is all like Stampin' Up! Training stuff mostly. Okay, and then along here this is stuff from the new mini, except the designer series paper that I will, and some of the ink pads are off my ink pad thing. These are all of my blocks. I have a million because I used to teach classes. I always keep white and vanilla envelopes handy, and anytime I have extra envelopes that have like some kind of a decoration, maybe they were from a paper pumpkin or a kit and I didn't use them. Miscellaneous things in this iris cart. I think this is from the old Sizzix Big Shot, but you can use it for hammering on. But I saved this. I know so many people want this. You're not getting mine. It's an envelope maker. Stampin' Up! Sold it. I think you can still get it because obviously some other company makes them. These are where I'm keeping my Memories and More packs. Old ones. Current mini catalog embellishments. Some of the big washi tape. This somebody gave me. It's Christmassy, but it's so cool. So I just threw it up there. You can see ephemera packs, masking paper, and flip flaps. Sorry. Card and envelope packs. Most of those are retired, but I don't care. And these are my like stickle, I guess you would call them. They're not. They were called enamel effects basics, and the other, there's a couple of them in there. Miscellaneous stuff up here. And then I have card patterns that I've had for years. Current extra items, which I have like more than I should. I don't know why I have extra ink pads. I don't know. Hole punches. Just a cool box I couldn't get myself to get rid of. Before I get to those, I'm just going to show you the rest of this corner. Things, I kept my paper crimper. Y'all remember these? I kept it because I like it. Miscellaneous things are in here. Old markers. My bear stuff. There is my mascot and the little Stampin' Up! One. Down here, I keep extra Stampin' Mist. This is where I got all excited because I pulled this out and I was going to show you guys. Look at all these extra blend markers that I have. And I was actually, this is my second tape, and I was like, oh, I have everything in here but Paper Pumpkin. And I went like this and I saw Paper Pumpkin. I was so excited. But miscellaneous stuff in here. This is where I keep my embossing powders. It just works. They used to be fuller, but I'm getting rid of the old gold because I have the new gold, which is so much nicer. This is where I keep ribbon. Old and new now, old and new. These are all my, wow, you're getting a lot of sun. What do you call that? Baker's twine stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to go slow so I don't make you crazy. Oh, this is where I keep my little mini heating pad for my back. So I have 2 boxes of embellishments, and you guys saw me cutting these up. So I kept some things like this as they are, because I used to have them all divided identically by the name of the packs, but now I've got them divided up for the most part, like cream, white, and pearls. Here's gold. Now I could have put those dragonflies and stuff in here, but that seems silly because they're a little different. Then I have like green and light green, things that are like super iridescent or mixed rainbowy. So you can see all that. Now, some have their own name, like Pretty Peacock, because that's kind of an unusual color, as is Strawberry Slush, which kept its own, but like most of them are like yellow. Okay, so that is what I did with those, and you're going to see me pull them out. So unless they are new, like, where did I put them? Here they are. Like these are coming out. These are going to stay in this little packet until they're no longer available. Look at how cute they are. Aren't those adorable? Little ladybugs. I don't know if you guys can tell that. And then little just clear water drops or whatever you want to call it. That kind of stuff is going to stay where it is. I think I showed you everything here. Let me go slow so I don't make you crazy. Showed you my embossing powder. This is where I do my videos. That's my website, so y'all can still go shopping, memoryinkers.com. It's pretty empty right now, but this is where, when I'm planning videos, I would stick the projects in there. I created those drawers, so I'm kind of proud of them. All right. Here is, I just had to have this thing at Mega Meat. And you see I stuck this one inside here for now. But they hook on the end, like that one. And I like it. It's very cool, but I don't use it to its potential. Below that, I have my footstool and a blanket. Under here, this is a boatload of photos in these boxes that I need to go through. I'll talk to you sometime about my scrapbooking situation and my feelings about it now. I still love it, but anyway. These are all my punches, current and otherwise. I used to sell my punches, and they always went really fast. And I'm telling you right now that I regret selling a lot of my punches. Totally regret it. This little cart, these carts are awesome. We all have them, right? This is mostly my Bible journaling cart, but it has been reorganized. These are probably one of the favorite things that I've done. I've taken all my little stickers. Like, I have so many stickers for a date book. It's like ridiculous. And then I just divided them up by, like, I've got a ton of labels from kits, leaves and flowers. You get the idea. Tip-ins are obviously a scripture stickers thing. Anyway, that is basically what all that is for. Obviously, it's not everything, because you see I have a thing full of nail files. I don't know why. These are, and back behind here, are my iris cards. I love iris cards. That is the name of them. I don't know if you can see that. IRIS. Love, love, love these things because they open very smoothly. Look, you can see I still have a ton of the old adhesives that I still use. But what I like about them is, like, in my back room, and I don't sell iris, I just like them. In my back room by our food storage, we have them stacked like, I think 4 rows about 12 high. And you can open the bottom drawer as easily as you can open the top drawer. The weight does not change it, so that's really cool. These boxes up here, these are, Stampin' Up! Used to sell these, and they're pretty cool. This one has mostly, well, there's a folder on top of it, but it's mostly my current folders. That's going to get switched around because I'm just going to have folders. Current or otherwise, I'm just going to have them. So it's still a bit of a mess. Here's some dies that aren't necessarily, see, it even says framelits. That's how long I've had that box. But ones that don't necessarily go with a stamp set. And then you see I still have a mess. Here's where I keep my collection of all the empty things. I forget what you call them. I have not organized this. So much. You guys don't even want to know what's in my back storage room. You don't even want to know. And then I have a refrigerator in my stamp room, so I can always have Diet Coke and water. And I don't know why there's a spray of I can't believe it's not butter in there. I think my son uses it sometimes when he's down here. I'm not sure. And then this is, everybody loves seeing this. I was actually going to sell my paper thing here. It's actually 4 different pieces with wood. It's not physically holding it. It's just those wood, like, see, that wood and this shelf, they're just sitting on top. But I showed it to my girlfriend, and they usually look a little straighter. You got to kind of push them back in place. But I showed it to my girlfriend, Travis, and she was like, you can't sell that. That thing's gorgeous. And she's right. So I won't. I'm going to keep it. But it has all of my paper and all my designer series paper. I keep extra stuff up here. Those binders are full of when I did Stamp of the Month Club. I used to keep them there. So here's what I did. Y'all saw the pile of the designer series paper on the floor. My basement floor, which used to be really pretty, but the paint has chipped away. And since I'm not teaching in here anymore, I don't care. So this is all that's current with the 6x6. As far as I know, it's still current. But I have a lot of retired stuff. And then I have things like this. I forgot to show. I'll go back to my desk so I can show you some other stuff. But this is 3 3/4 by 5 inch white and vanilla cardstock that I just keep handy. And then here is my designer series paper. Now, usually at the top, I will be keeping current, online, and catalog 12 by 12 designer series papers. Otherwise, though, as you can see, now I didn't open all the packages and sort, and pull out what's flowers and what isn't. I didn't do that. I might in the future, but for now, I just kind of divided by semi-themes so I would have an idea of what I have. And then over here, this cart spins around. Well, not now because it's pushed up against the wall, but at the top you see last year's in colors that retired. Normally I would have sold those at Mega Me, but now that things are changing, I'm glad I didn't because I now have them. So they're going to have to move over somehow in my color scheme. I just don't know how right now. Anyway, so, and then this is all that as of this recording, except for that little box, current that I have. All of these are retired. All this stuff. And what you don't see behind it, you can probably see it peeking through a little bit right there, rows of retired stamps and other miscellaneous things that are retired that normally I would have taken to Mega Meat for you, right? So I also have, and I have a box over here that I'm still going through, so I apologize. This is an old cabinet that I have that stores all of my loose little pieces of cardstock. And that's where that is. I can hear Winnie, Brittany's puppy, is going outside. He usually runs down here, so I'm sure my husband's having trouble holding on to him. So I wanted to show you some other stuff here. My computer. This is where I keep my blends markers and my washi tape, my stamp cleaner. Back here, I have miscellaneous stuff. When I put my beautiful inks up, there is stuff back there that I need to get to, and I'm going to have to rearrange some stuff to get to that. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys this little container that I've had for a very long time, and it just holds miscellaneous things, but this is almost always open like this. Almost always, because this is obviously, like it says, 4 by 5 1/4 pieces of white and vanilla cardstock, because I use them so often for the bases of my stamping. So those are right there. I think I showed you my washi tape, right? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, and then, sorry, I haven't done my scripture reading yet today. So I know it's huge. Y'all know I'm Mormon, so this is what we call a quad. Ask me if you're curious. But we do use the Bible. It is in there. Anyway, this is where I keep catalogs. Here's the main catalog. Here's the new mini that is coming out. A lot of cool stuff in there. I cannot show you inside. Down here, this is a sad thing, and I have more in my back room. This is all Post-its. All of it. Yeah. I admit that I have an office supply problem. I admit it. This cool thing holds my phone. So anyway, date book, Weight Watchers book. I think I showed you all this stuff. Extra pens. My other scriptures, because they have topical guides in it, little trinkets and doodads and all kinds of stuff. And that top shelf is a bunch of Stampin' Up! Training that I'm not ready to get rid of yet. And other stuff that I don't really know what it is yet. So there we go. Okay, I'm going to turn you back around so I can say goodbye. Oh, let me move so I'm not in the sun. Okay. There we go. I think I'm probably still in the sun, but anyway, I hope you guys liked this tour and you can understand now what I'm doing. And I'm going to stamp and create and make stuff like all of you guys do, just with whatever I have. If I see something cool at a scrapbook store, guess what? I'm going to buy it. But I will. I've been very careful not to do that because I was running a business, right? So I got to promote only my business. But, and honestly, I probably will have mostly Stampin' Up! Stuff because I have it. So anyway, I hope y'all are okay with that. Me using other, like old designer series papers or whatever, because you either A, have it, or B, have something very similar or can get something very similar. So most of y'all are just watching for the designs anyway, I think. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. I will be doing videos. I'm going to try to do them Tuesdays and Saturdays, but I'm not promising. I'm just going to have some fun for a change. I need to take care of my health. That's really important right now, and my family. So I know y'all get it, but I'll be here because I like you guys, and I like doing videos. Is that weird? But I do. Anyway, all right. We'll see you later. Bye.